Quick video to get you to understand a little bit more like your body and then also calisthenics, because when you think about calisthenics training, it's a body weight sport, it's a body weight activity, and it's this thing of don't make it too complicated. You know, it's all about the fundamentals. What can the body do? What is the body capable of doing? And for us to get to grips with that, what you need to do is actually understand how the joints work individually and then also in relation to each other, right? So this thing of the biomechanics, right? What builds and holds the structure that gets us to move, to walk, to do pull-ups, to do push-ups. So I want you just to understand, let's say for example the shoulder. So we can go through the shoulder as the reference, right? And this is going to work with all the major joints in your body, right? So the major joints being the spine. So this is like the neck. Then you have the thoracic spine around the chest area. Then you have your lumbar spine around the lower back. Then you have your sacrum just underneath the lower back. And then you have the shoulders as well, the elbows, the wrists, and then you have the knees and the ankles, right? So what you need to also think about as well is we are not in isolation, there's space around us, and then we are relating to space, right? So this is very important when you're doing calisthenics training and you're trying to do pull-ups and push-ups, handstands and everything. You need to have an understanding of how you're relating to your space. And that's what gives you the balance and coordination to be able to do these movements. So there's different planes that we can identify. So you have the sagittal plane, where if you think of just a glass plate going down my center of my body like this, it now divides my body, right? So I have a right side, and then I have a left side. And then you have now the coronal plane, where if you think, from the head here, and then it's dividing myself in this way, the glass plates, and then now I have a front and I have a back. So now I'm able to do these motions here, right? I'm bringing my arms, my legs away from my body and then closer to my body as well. Then you have the transverse plane, where, for example, if you have a glass plate on the hips, or let's say for now, since with the camera, this is where you can see my neck, and then now what happens that now I have this rotation, this twisting ability, right? So now if you think about it, we do a lot of things in this sagittal plane, right? Left and right, walking, sitting, push-ups, pull-ups. So our body becomes actually quite fixed in those positions, quite tight in certain muscle groups as opposed to others. So what we actually need to do is to utilize the body's full capabilities. So we need to do movements that are also to the side here, and also do rotational elements as well. So back to the shoulder. So what can I do with the shoulder? I can flex, I can bring up, I can extend, bring in behind me, I can abduct, so bringing away from my body. I can adduct and bring it closer to my midline. I can rotate it, so internal rotation, external rotation, internal rotation, external rotation. So just coming into grips with this understanding that each joint, each major joint has a certain capacity, and the more you actually use that capacity and increase your range of motion, your flexibility and strengthen, then you're actually protecting the joints. They become more fluid, and also helps you now with actually adaptation, so building strength, right? So just sit and mull with that for a little bit, that we have a very dynamic body, and the only way, and it wants to be dynamic, right? So we need to use it in a dynamic way, and that's what we try to do as well, with the calisthenics training. It's a move, it's a skill that can help you actually utilize the body in many different ways, and then from that you can now direct it in a particular way for whatever skill that you want. So I'll leave you with this, just have a think about all the major joints, go through them, work on some rotations of the neck, some flexion, extension, some lateral flexion, just to open up, loosen up and strengthen these joints, because The joints are going to be what supports you in your calisthenics journey. If you're getting injury, most likely it's going to be with the joints. So that's why you need to protect them and understand them to understand your overall movement. All right, see you guys in the next lesson.